Okay, so here it says question 5. This is question 5 of April 2019 examination question paper. It says differentiate the following, leave your answers with positive exponents or in set form. Set form is this form. This n root of x to the power of m. So 5.2 are given y is equal to square root of x divided by 4 minus 1 all over 4x squared. Okay, which gives us, okay, before we calculate this one, before we differentiate the 5.2, we must first rewrite the set form that is given into an exponential form. So there is this law, okay, where it's given n root of x to the power of m can be rewritten as x to the power of m minus n. So this one can be found in the laws of exponents. You must check in the laws of exponents this law, where it says n root of x to the power of m is the same or can be rewritten in an exponential form as x to the power m over n. Then what if you are given square root of x? Square root of x can be rewritten as x to the power of 1 over 2. Where does 1 over 2 comes from? X, when x is there on its own, it is to the power 1. Then the square root, meaning that there's an invisible 2 here on this arm. There's an invisible 2 there. So square root of x to the power of 1 can be rewritten as x to the power 1 over 2. Cube root of x squared can be rewritten as x to the power 2 over 3. Fifth root of x to the power 6 can be rewritten as x to the power 6 over 5. So what do you notice? These 3 that is here on the arm, it becomes a denominator. These 5 that is here on the arm, it becomes a denominator. Yeah, this number becomes a denominator there. Okay, then if you are given y is equal to square root of x over 4 minus 1 over 4x squared. Firstly, let's rewrite this square root of x. It can be written as x to the power a half. But now there's this invisible 1 there. So x can be written as x to the power a half, which is the same as 1x to the power a half, divided by 4 minus 1 over 4x squared. For us to differentiate, we must make sure first, whatever we're going to differentiate, our function must be in a standard form of y is equal to ax to the power of n. So now this one is not into a standard form. What will be the standard form? Is going to be y is equal to 1 over 4 x to the power a half. So this is the standard form. Then this one is going to be 1 over 4x to the power negative 2. Why it's negative 2? Because initially it was a denominator, x to the power 2. So when it goes to the top, it becomes x to the power negative 2. Okay, now we can do our derivative. dy over dx, or you can say y prime. Okay, let me write y prime. Y prime, unless stated otherwise, unless it says right in a form of dy over dx. Okay, so it's going to be 1 over 4 times 1 over 2, this 1 over 2, which is an exponent, x to the power 1 over 2 minus 1, minus 1 over 4 times negative 2 over 1, x to the power negative 2 minus 1. Then, what is 1 over 4 times 1 over 2? The answer is 1 over 8, x to the power negative a half. Plus, how come did you get a plus? It's a negative 1 over 4 times negative 2 over 1. The answer is positive 1 over 2, x to the power, what is negative 2? Minus 1 is negative 3. So this step is correct. But the statement says we must leave the exponent with a positive exponent. So as you can see here, this exponent is a negative exponent. It means what we're going to have, we're going to have a numerator as well as a denominator. Then what is going to remain as a numerator? It's 1. All over the 8 it's going to be here as a denominator. X to a power positive a half, because this x was power negative a half, of which you don't want to leave our answers with a negative and exponent, so it's going to be x to the power positive a half. Plus, even with this one, we've got this with the exponent negative 3, so it means we're going to have a numerator as well as a denominator. What will remain as a numerator? It's 1. Then 2 was a denominator already, so it's going to be 2x to the power positive 3, because it's from the top, now it goes to the bottom, it becomes a positive 3. Okay, so the statement again, it says it's either you leave your answer with a positive exponent or insert form when necessary. Okay, this was going to be our final answer if in the statement it was not stated that you can leave your answer in set form when necessary. So is it necessary to leave it in a set form? Yes, only for this one, for the first term. For the first term, why? Because there is this x to the power a half. So our focus is going to be here on the x to the power a half. Because what is a half? A half is a fraction. So this fraction is the one that will make us to rewrite this into a set form. So the answer is going to be 1 over 8. Then what is x to the power a half is the same as square root x plus 1 over 2x to the power of 3. So this is the final answer.